The second National Adaptation Program of Action project commenced from 2014 with the objective to address the risk of climate-induced disasters through enhanced national and local capacity for effective actions. The project engages multi-stakeholders from government, municipals, and civil society organizations. The first outcome of the project is geared towards reducing risks from floods and landslides. Under this outcome, Pinseling Thomde is stabilizing landslide across several locations in Pinseling using the state-of-art technology.
Under the project, we have two components. One is on flood mitigation work and other is on landslide stabilization. One of the highlight of this slope stabilization is we are trying to stitch the eroded part and the area that is expected to be eroded. So we are using almost 40 mm dia nail which is drilled into the surface and is grouted with shotcreting of 250 mm thick walls. So this is something stabilization process we are doing for first time in Bhutan. I am sure this would be upscaled to the largest extent to benefit the people.
Flood embankment works at Pasaka Industrial Area is another key activity under the component. Several initiatives such as watershed management, riverbank protection, and development of flood buffer zones, among others, are being implemented to reduce risk from floods. Under the same component, the Department of Geology and Mines is implementing integrated geohazard risk assessment and mapping of 4 critical landslide and flood-prone areas across the country along important national highways and critical watershed area.
We have two components under this project. One is to carry out integrated geohazard risk assessment and mapping of 4 critical landslide areas. Because we want to derive scientific reports along with maps. So the maps will basically contain the proposed mitigation measures. Another map will be the hazard and risks map. So these are the maps which can help to visualize the risks associated with these 4 landslides.
The second outcome will enhance community resilience to climate-induced risk through various interventions. Mongar municipality was identified as one of the most vulnerable municipalities in terms of access to water sources. Under the outcome, Mongar municipality is upgrading the current water supply system and tapping new sources in order to meet future water demands and to deal with an increasing likelihood of water shortages under climate change. The improved water supply system will benefit residents, schools, and the regional referral hospital of the district.
Ladi khani be du seshuni la de ji di yakpugang le kadam sinse pipe namchi beni gila pipe chudong disula dile chi di da wengar jugle na ni ngachi ki dingrim lobda ki boloka chuzi kang chi tu la ana sinse ngachi ki sab be teni gi ani khani be du seshuni la.
Most of the settlements in Bhutan occur on higher slopes, while main rivers are generally located at the bottom of valleys or deep gorges and ravines. In order to address the urgent community needs for increased resilience to water scarcity, Tharayana Foundation is taking a holistic community approach to install water harvesting systems through engagement of community self-help groups to ensure management and sustainability in 4 targeted districts of Pemagasel, Tsirang, Mongar, and Samsi.
Our focus for the NAPAII 2 is on climate resilient water harvesting in rural communities, and our target areas are rural communities in 4 Dzongkhaks, where we are training and empowering people to adapt to climate change issues with particular focus on water scarcity.
Under the second outcome of the project, the Water Resource Coordination Division of the National Environment Commission is developing detailed water resource inventory mapping of the water sources, and climate modeling and projections of water availability in 4 selected districts.
Output 2.2 of the NAPAII project is intended to provide the present status of water resources and also increase our understanding and awareness on climate change impacts on water resources. After completion of the activity, we will be producing Songkhak level water resource inventory reports, which would include water source maps and also water availability projections under potential climate scenarios in the 4 targeted Songkhaks.
Bhutan also faces increasing threats from climate hazards and extreme events such as flash floods, glacial lake outburst floods, windstorms, and landslides. Lack of capacity to address and cope during the times of disaster makes communities more vulnerable. In addressing the issue, the Department of Disaster Management, through the Adaptation Project, is building the capacities of districts to prepare disaster management and contingency plans through community-based disaster risk management process.
We are also building the search and rescue capacities of the districts and the Tomde, and we have already done the search and rescue training for all the pilot areas and also conducted refresher courses. We have also distributed basic search and rescue equipments and basic equipment for establishment of the emergency operation centers, which will provide an important function during disasters and also before a disaster in terms of coordination.
During the preparation of the NAPAII document, windstorm was seen as a growing concern, with increasing reports of windstorm damages to infrastructure, crops, and livestock. The Department of Engineering Services commissioned a study to assess the existing housing design and construction practices, particularly the roofing system, and their vulnerability to the wind damage. Integration of windstorm resilience in overall construction design, standards and practices, and training are being supported through this project.
There have been many damages to the roof structures because of windstorm. Therefore, we are developing a guideline where people can incorporate some few techniques that can make a roof more resilient. As of now, we have trained few engineers from 18 Songkhak, around 58 students from TTI.
Forest fire in Bhutan is a major concern and is projected to increase with climate change. Forest fires causes enormous and irreplaceable damage to health and environment, and in certain cases even threatens the residential regions. In order to respond to the risk of forest fires, the Department of Forest and Park Services, under the project, is establishing village-level forest fire management groups and building their capacity through hands-on training and providing them with firefighting equipment. The department is also developing forest fire management plans. Under the activity, the department is also strengthening and replicating the Forest Fire Volunteer Program to garner and engage general public support in reducing and controlling forest fires. Lack of climatic data, appropriate and timely information, and human resource capacity is also addressed by the final outcome of the project. The project is supporting National Center for Hydrology and Meteorology in setting up 99 real-time automatic weather stations across the country to provide access to relevant, timely, and reliable information about climate risk and threats.
We are here to do hands-on installation of automatic water level station. So across Bhutan, we are planning to install around 32 AWLS, automatic water level station, and 3 automatic river discharge stations.
Lack of capacity in climate change-related areas will be addressed through enhancing the capacity of stakeholders to strategically and collaboratively address climate change issues. The National Environment Commission will engage in providing access to evidence-based information on climate risks and hazards through cross-government knowledge sharing, coordination, and capacity-building interventions. By the end of the project, the goal is to safeguard Bhutan's key economic development infrastructures, to strengthen resilience against climate-induced water scarcity and to strengthen climate resilience at the national and local level.